Welcome to Chibuzor Mathphysics. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the bisection method. So we are going to be dealing on bisection method. There are things you have to note. There are two kinds of questions that you might expect during bisection method. The one that the values of a and b has already been given, or the values of x's have already been given. Some people prefer to give you x1 and x2, and then you evaluate, assuming that you are giving some point x1 to be equals to -2 or -1, whatever, x2 to be equals to -1.5, or any other value that is given to you. You simply need to pay attention to the table. Some people prefer to use x1 and x2, others prefer to use a and b. Of course, myself, I prefer using a and b. So you have to pay attention. The places, assuming you are given x1 and x2, a here simply means your value for x1, and b here simply means your value for x2. And a usually is, you can call this negative, you can call this positive, depending on the value of the function when you evaluate the function. Let us take, for example, assuming that the question you have to find, let's say you are to find the root of the equation. And the equation is x cubed plus 6x minus 3. Of course, you can equate it to 0. You are to evaluate this function for you to know whether it is 0 or whether a is negative or b is negative. You simply need to use your calculator, and you have to pay attention in the use of your calculator. If you have your calculator, press on the calculator, and when you on the calculator, what you need to do is, here we have c to be equals to a plus b divided by 2. So let us put this value in our calculator and see whether a is going to be positive or a is going to be negative. What will you do? Just put in your calculator x cubed. You have x cubed in your calculator, put it the way it is. So you have x cubed. X is press alpha, then you will see x, then cubed, plus 6x plus 6x minus 3, and this is equal to 0. Alpha, you press calc, then that is equal sign, it is equal to 0. And then so now you press calc and then equal sign. As soon as you do that, you will get the root. The root of this is going to be 0.48140560002. So this means that the root of the given equation will be 0.4814 if we evaluate 134 decimal places. So this will be the root of the given equation. So you can write this root somewhere and evaluate. So the final answer you will get after your evaluation will be equal to 0.4814, which is the root of the given equation. And that is only if you were not given a or b or x1 and x2 for you to use and evaluate this. You can start by that. Now, for you to know if a is positive or negative, you simply need to plug in, because now we have 0.4. It lies between 0 and 1. When you have 0.4, we can say we can evaluate this number because it lies between 0 and then 1. So we use these two to evaluate whether it is negative or positive. So the given equation is x cubed plus 6x minus 3 is equals to 0. So let us evaluate x when it is 0. This will simply be 0 cubed plus 6 multiplied by 0 minus 3, and this will give us, if you evaluate that, you will simply get negative 3. If you evaluate this, it will give us negative 3. And now you can evaluate when it is 1. You simply plug in 1, it will be 1 cubed plus 6 multiplied by 1 minus 3, and that will give us 4. That will be 4. So this simply means that our A, because you can call this A and the evaluation of this to be B. So our A is negative 3 and our B is 4. It means that A is negative and B is going to be positive. So this is how you find the values and know whether A is positive or B is positive. So now that we have evaluated this equation and we got actually the root of the given equation, which is 0.4814, let us go ahead and use our table to make sure that we get the same answer, applying this formula that A will be negative, B is going to be positive. So let us jump into it. Stay tuned and enjoy the bisection method. Get rid of this. Remember that the given equation is we are to find the root of the equation, and the equation is given by x cubed plus 6x minus 3 is equals to 0. We evaluated this, and then the root of the given equation, the root of this equation is equal to 0.4814. This is what we got, and then f of 0 gave us negative 3, and f of 1 gave us this is negative 3 and this is 4. We can call this f of 0 to be our A and f of 1 to be our B. This means that this is negative and this is positive. So we simply take this negative to be in A and then positive to be in B. So now we go ahead to evaluate this equation. So this is number, we number this to be the first one. That is the first one. And since f of 0, here we had we evaluated with 0 and 1, so we can start with 0. So you open your calculator now, and if you observe here, we have C is equals to A plus B minus 2. So put this exactly the way it is in your calculator. You will have C. So put C in your calculator. It will be alpha, then you see C, and equal sign. It is equal sign A plus B. So put A plus B. A plus B divided by 2. Then instead of equal sign, put hyphen. Hyphen is simply close to alpha. So press your calculator, alpha, then put hyphen. And when you put hyphen, then you write this equation that is given x cubed, but in the place of x now we are going to use c. So you use c, that will be alpha, put c, now c cubed because x was cubed, so c cubed plus 6x, that is 6c minus 3. So now you can evaluate that. Minus 3. So press calc. When it is a, it was simply 0 and b is 1. So put 1 here. Let's make it look nice. So this is 1. So b is 1. B is 1, and that is half. So you evaluate that, you get 0.5. So CA plus B divided by 2 is a half, which is 0.5. Equal sign, that is 1 over 8, which means it is 0.125. 0.125 is positive. 0.125 is positive. So if it is positive, we will continue. We will take this 0.5 in the positive value. We have 0.5 here. We simply have 0 here. So you evaluate again. Calc when it is A is 0 and then B is 0.5. 0.5. That is 1 over 4. 1 over 4 here it is 0.25. 0.25. And just a minute, this is 0.25. 0.25. 0.25 is negative because I have a negative 1.484. So this is negative. Now, since it is negative, we take 0.25 to the negative value. So here we have 0.25. Of course, this is number 2, and now we are in number 3. It is good to number them so that you can always go back in case there is confusion along the way. Remember, this is numerical analysis and you have to pay attention to errors. So here 0.5 is in the negative value. It means we retain 0.5. Evaluate that. If you evaluate, you simply have A is 0.25, 0.25, B is 0.5, 0.5. So it is 3 over 8, which is 0.375, 0.375. This is 0.375. And equal sign, that will give you is negative 0. So this is negative. This is negative. So you continue that process. Number 4, you simply plug in this value here since it's negative. So it is 0.375 because it is negative. So 0.375, we retain 0.5. Do that in your calculator, evaluate this A and B, then this will give us 0.43, 0.4375, and this also is negative. Since this also is negative, number 5 will be 0.4375. We maintain 0.5. We maintain our 0.5, and we evaluate this A and B. We will get 0.4688. 0.4688. 0.4688 also is negative. Now take this value in your row 6. Here you have 0.4688. 0.4688 is what we have there, and here we also be because this is negative, we put it in the negative sign, and then here, as we know